Matthews with the layup there. And Collins in. He has it now. And opts not to let it go. Now they get 5 on the shot clock. This one's going to go up. And down. Fountain back in the game. He's on the baseline. Sets the screen to help open up the 3. And that's the bottom job that he's ever done. Free throw no good. Yeah, you can certainly make that case. Sears is left wide open, and he knocks down a 3. Sooners are Porter Moser, and they are one of those teams that would benefit in a largest way. On the inbounds, it's good.
He's been quiet in this game, but a very explosive guy as well. Riley Kugel was so good as a freshman at Florida. We all thought he was going to be like an all-SEC Player of the Year type guy, and just kind of lost his groove.
Sears to the paint. Elquan Warren's going to get an ear for
They will at Kansas State as a 4th guy now gets chin on the rim with Russell. They lose Jalen Reed, and they didn't have a lot of room for error to begin with. And just it's been one of those years that Matt McMahon now has to reload. And
Richard, and he loves to go over that left shoulder. Showed me a little something there where he got the left shoulder taken away, pivoted back, made a nice little left-hand hook over the right shoulder.
Payne, the transfer from Minnesota, with his first points today. 8-point lead for the Aggies. Kick out, Sears wide open, top of the key. Got it. It comes down to family of basketball. That decision was made a long time ago. 3 from the corner, off the front eye, tipped up into the air, and good for Jordan Sears. He got 4-point lead. It's a 14-0 run. How about a block on the defensive end? Cam Carter pushes it up the floor. Sears trailing for 3. Oh! At 6 o'clock Eastern time, then at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, it's OU and Texas in the final regular season game of what has been an incredible SEC men's basketball season. SEC tournament beginning in Nashville on Wednesday.
And he's just sitting back in the zone.
Long 3 finally for LSU. On not just rebounding, but where to be when a shot goes up.
Well, they have great feet. They're very agile. They have strength with agility.
Washington off the mark with his 3. Got that bucket for Jordan Sears. Nice.
Williams hands it off to Brea. He'll shoot a triple. That one's short.
Yeah. Fortunate for the LSU Tigers. Those were the type that Kobe Brea usually knocks down.
Sears gets in the lane and lays it in. More of Williams. Rejected. Thrown away by Collins. Sears hangs. Got it.
When we've seen it, they average 9 threes per game. They come in and shoot 12 of 29 on the night at 41%. So you got to take more pride defensively if you're LSU. They'll learn.
Basket by Sears.
Terry with Chandler. Chandler tonight has already tied his career high of 9. Come from beyond the arc. Nice step back jumper is good.
Played well tonight.
Barry misses his shot. LSU take on Texas A&M this weekend. Kentucky will have Missouri to close out the regular.
Josh Hubbard showing the athleticism. You've got to have weak side help. Hubbard actually turned his back to the rest of the floor.
but nobody rotated over defensively.
So 21 alls. We push deeper in the first half. Mississippi State on the verge of a third straight 20-win season. They love to take care of business at home to determine the top seed of the SEC women's tournament next week. Gary Gaines, get him back, man. Mojo in the house or something like that. So now that's, of course, if South Carolina and Texas both win tomorrow early afternoon. Hubbard nearly took it away from Collins. Shot clock does not reset. Fountain has it. Fountain's got to do something with it. Sears improvising. Sears banks it in.
But he did. What did Murphy tell me yesterday? He's learned to be better defensively, and that has led to him being more confident on the offensive end.
The breakout year for Murphy continues, and that is a big...
A great following here in Baton Rouge for the Florida Gators. Pretty good crowd in here for Florida.
We've seen a whole lot of orange and blue. Sears, yeah, wide open at the rim that time. And
on with the 4-out or 5-out spread.
Good look for Conyers. They want him to take that shot. Just left it short. Skip pass into the corner. Another three. Maybe that will get Jordan.
When you watch Steph Curry, his head is always up because he has to recognize what he's aiming at.
Carter started his career at Kansas State. That was a
change teams. It's a big adjustment that players have to deal with. I mean, you're in a different situation as far as familiarity. You might have teammates that might not view you as the #1 option. You get reluctant shots, then they come your way, and you feel the pressure that you have to make every single one. But John L. Davis is a high-level talent. He just has to relax and show it.
Notorious Miller. Some of the Bluebirds coming out here in Fayetteville. The runner for Sears. That is his
rebound. He secures it before the timer goes off. So LSU picks up right where it left off at the end of the first half. That is back-to-back defensive stops. Remember the Sears block right as the timer expired. Sears for three. Morrell, the fifth-year senior from Memphis. He has worn that Ole Miss jersey with a lot of pride. He hasn't hit a field goal today, but he's got the 4 points at the line.
Hasn't attempted a field goal,
yeah,
which is unheard of. He's been around Ole Miss so long, I think I played against him.
Sears is starting. This is Barnes on the way in. Was able to keep the pivot foot. Let's see if Sears can turn it into 2 at the rim.
You're seeing Stromae Swift, the SEC Co-Player of the Year that season. 15-1 here at the friendly confines of the PMAC, and a 28-6 overall record for a Sweet 16 squad. LSU fate and the finish on the other end.
That's a nice job of weak side defending by Kent.
Rebounding and turnovers, that is what has done LSU in. They've got a lot of things to be excited about in terms of talent, scoring ability. But those two things have plagued them throughout the year. Shot clock under 5. Here comes Sears downhill, high off the window and in. Touch.
Thrilling, but I got to tell you, Kim Mulkey's trio of Johnson, Williams, and Morrow.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness, can they play?
A lot of athleticism with that trio. Out of the timeout, perfectly designed.
Obvious. Yeah, Chest had that 18 rebound game a week ago at Alabama. 9 offensive rebounds, 10 defensive rebounds. He had 15 rebounds, Mike Morgan. 15 in the first half.
That's a strong performance. They believe he's going to only get better in time.
Trying to figure out where he fits right now. Shot clock at 3. At 2. Beautiful take.
I'll tell you, for a guy
The place is Jordan Pope from downtown.
he's the one guy that Rodney Terry talked about at shoot-around today that they needed to get going offensively.
He shoots 37 from behind the arc. Nice move. Conversation with their longtime strength coach, Darby Rich, who's helped develop 15 NBA players. Athletically, he's at the top of the list for Texas, and he's only going to get better with time.
That's the best look LSU's had all game.
First 6.
Nice job.
Sears takes it away. And so Jordan Sears with his first basket of the season.
What is it about this game tonight? Everybody's like 1 for 9, 2 for 14, and everybody's making a 3.
This game favors the non-traditional three-point shooters. If there was ever a time for you or I to like pull the trigger, it's tonight. Fountain cut off underneath. Hudson with some good defense. So 6 to shoot. Haven't had many late shot clock offensive sequences. Sears throws it in. Baker Mazzara trying to split a pair, picks up the dribble. Off balance, one-legged fadeaway, and here comes LSU. This is Sears. Couple of crossovers. Heat check. Another.
Sunday Adebayo from Benin City, Nigeria.
Yeah, the problem is Amari didn't know who he was.
Yeah, right.
And
exactly.
you asked him when he was born, and what was it, 2000, what do you say, 4 or something?
Oh, yeah, the legend of Sunday, though, runs deep in Benin City, Nigeria.
Williams. Boy, Alabama's defense is on lockdown right now. Although, as I say it, Sears blows right past. Trades Green, 6'7", 245, doing some things out here. The guys his size just probably shouldn't be doing. He's the first one back down the floor trying to post up Phylon. Trades wearing number 8 for LSU. Again, the football player after the season took a week off and practicing with the team for a couple of weeks. As the other Sears, Jordan.
For an open Damian Collins for the lob.
Boy, a lot of contact. No whistle. Back the other way. Here's Carter. Taking it right to Nelson. Alley-oop. Collins catches it. Sears for 3. Got it! LSU.
That could have been a 5-point swing. You had Youngblood with a wide open three-pointer in the corner.
All right, we talked to all 3 officials, and none of them changed the call. So
That's right. He gave it a shot, though. That's all you can ask.
Step back, 2-pointer. Alabama at the rim now, 12 of 20. Pull-up jumper for Sears again. And free throws made. Carter. Carter, nowhere to go. Gets it to Collins. He said Carter was going to get up around 20 shots tonight. He's at 17 attempts. Shot clock at 10. Sears working on Stevenson. Reverse layup. Oh my goodness, what a shot. 1 second in this second 20 minutes, and they still lead by 8. Oh, boy, what a move. He just broke down Nelson.
Because they're coming in there and they're throwing their body at you. They're pump faking you. They want to muck it up and play physical.
Damian Collins, the only field goal for LSU thus far. Also have a couple of free throws. Trying to get this man going. Cam Carter, he's got the length of paint on him. It's an interesting matchup.
A little matchup zone. They'll switch everything.
Deep 3 from Jordan Sears.
The defense as you get inside.
Ivisic blocked. Oh! Vicious rejection by Miller at the rim, and so a transition look. Sears for 3 to ignite league win. Davis for 3, so John L. Davis with his second basket.
Arkansas needs Davis going. Boogie Flan not on the floor.
Sears, a deep one, connects. Boogie Flan is open. Davis got his hands on it. John L. Davis underneath. Gives it away. Jordan Sears. Jordan Sears, three-point game. From the free throw line. This is an 11-0 LSU run all of a sudden. Tigers retain it. 9:20 to go. This is Sears dancing. Couple of between the legs. Got to do something with it, though. Launches. Yeah! Jordan Sears. GC win. Fland is starting to heat up. What is that? 8 in a row for Boogie Fland. He's got 19, so he's knocking on the door of another 20-point game. Sears blows by Knox.
To Brakefield. Brakefield on the drive. Tried to tip it back out. LSU ball. Transition three. Good for Jordan. Playing hard. Tough runner for Murray. Rattles around and LSU clears the board. Sears found a little space and a teardrop. After the freshman from Brazil, his father Rogério Klafke played on the Brazilian national team. Here's a three. LSU back in front. Jordan Sears with a triple.
Did a couple of threes in that game. Mizzou on an 8-0 run here just over the last minute. Opened it up to 23-9. Sears
foul. There's a team that should be in the dance if kind of things go how they potentially could. And so, you know, I mean, you can use it as motivation, or I don't know really what you use it as.
It's locker room material.
Okay.
You know, if you're Coach Byington and your team is at the bottom, 11 new players.
And the Big 12 kind of did this last year when league play started. All the teams had beat their non-conference foes by higher than expected margins, and so the majority of their league games were all quad one affairs. That's exactly where the SEC is now in 2025, and perhaps at an even higher level than what everyone was talking about a year ago in the Big 12. Sears. You can say that about a lot of this conference. This is a team that won 9 games last year, on the verge of winning their 13th already this year. Totally different roster. Totally different vibes. Sears from
players. You're either a player or you're not. Those are the positions. You're either a player or you're not. So he has all 5 players that are on the floor that can handle the basketball, bring the break, create their own shot.
Positionless hoops. Bunch of point guards on the roster. System he developed back at Georgia Southern. Shot clock at 10. Sears, contact, left-handed finish.
For the rebound, Cam Carter, shot fake, drives down the baseline to Miller. Extra pass out to victorious Miller. His three won't go. Miller, though, with a very important offensive rebound. They swing it to Sears, and his three is good. Stredick got chest in the air, now drives, and then saved in bounds. Lost the ball. Collins saves it into chest. Throws ahead. Carter picked up the ball in the paint, gets it out to Sears. Three ball is good for Jordan Sears. Now backing in against Fountain again. Pretty good matchup for Derek so far. And there's another air ball shot. Jordan Sears with a rebound, racing down the floor. Sears left-handed layup is good. Again with another defensive stop and a chance with 15 seconds to get the final look. Sears way up top right side. Delta Devils extend the defense, try to provide some pressure. Here's Sears spinning, goes up with a layup. Off the glass right side with 3 seconds. Count it. Jordan Sears double. Had 4 early in the first half. Sanders, little runner in the lane, short. Comes off the rim. Bailey with the rebound at Chest. Chest right side. Nice pass into the left corner to Carter. Extra pass. Sears, and the 3 ball is good. Bounce pass. Stredick right at the free throw line. Spinning. Nice move to the basket. Lost it on his way to the rim. No good. Hit comes off the glass. Tigers running. Sears. Finger roll layup at the other end is good. Miller got beat on the baseline. Layup good by Hunter. Hunter lays it up and in. That'll make it 74-57. Sears behind the back dribble. Got a step on the defender. Jump stop. Deep three just off the near sideline. That one goes down and good. 83-66 UNO.
Wow.
Still putting up the threes and hasn't been their strong suit today, but Hunter enjoyed watching that one go in here.
But that's got to feel good for Stetson. Just get that out of the way.
Now, Elson, a junior college transfer, had to score a lot when he came from junior college. Now he's learning when's his time and when he's got to distribute. It's got to be his time today to help the Hatters get some buckets.
He's going for a little more than 12 a game. He has been their leading scorer. Sears wants three. Got it. Jordan's basket, and that's his first bucket tonight. Abramo Sanka, the Italian.
He's got that quickness and explosiveness, and it's just until the second half that Stetson decided to attack the rim.
They had just the 10 points at half. Sears chucks up the three and puts
guys like Damian Collins for LSU.
Igatolu affects the Corey Chest layup. He's able to come away with the loose basketball, so a new 20 for LSU. One of the key characteristics of this Tigers team, like you said, their rim protection. Here's Jordan Sears. The win against Virginia. They're going to start ACC play 1-0. Held the Cavaliers 51 points. Sears in transition. It's down. So everybody be mindful of your footwork beyond the arc, perhaps.
So now we've seen the first zone, which we saw SMU work on in practice yesterday. Kevin, remember, and the infield trying to get his guys. I like this. It changes up the pace. They're hoping to make LSU stagnant and to shoot the basketball from the perimeter to settle.
Tigers on a 12-1 run. That's the second time is up by double digits today against Arizona State. Every single one of their wins by double figures.
Yeah, it's going to be an incredible matchup of the backcourt when you look at it. Elliot Cadeau, R.J. Davis, Seth Trimble, and then the three guards from Florida as well. Speaking of guards, T. Martin.
So that basket, Damian, ends the 19-3 run. And you're right, in a lot of ways, fueled by Sears, a very high-scoring veteran. That was his reputation coming into this program. And he knocks down another 15.
That's what the Mustangs are doing right now against LSU. They're imposing their physicality. They're being disruptive on the defensive end. They're using their hands, moving their feet. I'm anxious to see the response of the Tigers.
Sears banks it off the wing. Mustang.
Yeah, you're going to see that special delivery all year long in the ACC. Buki Miller to Carriol Oquendo.
Double-digit lead is maintained until
Johnson able to guide it in, a senior out of Boston by way of Penn State. He is the leading scorer, by the way, at 13 and 1. Two opportunities from short range by the Eagles. They couldn't get it down. Couldn't find the nest.
No, it's strong defense by LSU to contest, too, because Kelman was right there at the rim, and another three-pointer.
Do some work here in the rest of the challenge to improve that.
Miller was double teamed. The rejection from behind. Sears steps into a triple. Count it. Big bucket for the Tigers. He could get to 9 tonight. I'm not saying it's probable, but we're getting close to that point where it's part of the conversation.
It could be part of it.
We'll see. You got 10 games tonight. You got 6 tomorrow.
I think Matt McMahon only cares about one game in 15 minutes. I know that.
3-point lead. Open look. Sears. All net from.
If it's a loose ball, you can't just jump over somebody's body that's laying there, but tough break.
So Jackson now with 3 fouls. Ewan with 3 fouls. Shot clock down to 10. Sears.
The essence right now, and that was not their best lineup that they had in, so 12's back.
Sears.
I give this ball to Carter. Let him take 12 off the bounce. You got a big man, and you're trying to get him his fourth.
Far side of your screen, 5 in goal. Waiting the basketball. Here's Sears. The spin. Brilliant finish for Jordan. Dang, the slam.
Well, we've seen that play before in chest. The redshirt freshman just falls asleep, and a beautiful pass by Florida State's point center.
The importance of this game, too. Both coaches talked about it with us today. The non-conference schedule, all of the things. Sears inside.
As Patterson has had 2 taken back. Sears from outside, no good. Offensive rebound, no good. Another offensive rebound. You see Sears, Bailey, Carter, Reed, and Chest getting the start. Second start in a row for Chest.
I already see size a bit of an issue for Northwestern trying to deal with this Tiger size. 2 shots blocked on the other end and domination.
Very hectic start for both teams. LSU rips it away. How about that? Miller just snatches it, kicks it out. They'll go back to the top and reset the offense. This is Sears, who came in at the last timeout. LSU will make another substitution. Sears gets in trouble, kicks it out. Bailey had a 3, instead passes it up, gets in the lane, won't shoot from there. This for 3, got it. Clock is still moving, it's down to 4.
He picked up his foot.
Reed rips off the rebound.
Looks like he got away with one, picking up his pivot foot. Didn't matter as he missed the shot.
Sears will try another 3.
Gets stuck out.
Carter backs away with plenty of time to shoot. From deep range. That's a much needed.
Another one by Bettis.
3 ball by Love Bettis.
Bettis was part of the new national championship team for JUCO at Coffeyville Community College. Averaged 18 points a game when he was there.
He also played at North Carolina A&T. LSU after trailing by 1 at halftime. Carter, short. Rebound bounces deep. Picked up by Sears. Shot clock at 5. Sears from way back.
Open. Credit UCF's defense.
Sears and Carter, LSU's 2 leading scorers, coming in combined 1 for 10. But Sears on the defensive end with a steal. Hand up for Carter. UCF's transition defense has been terrific.
Wasting no time, getting back, sprinting back. Call it getting back to his sock. It's solid. All matched up 5-on-5.
Giant Bailey working on Hall, outside to Sears, and finally he gets one to drop.
That's exactly. Couple fairways, made a couple putts.
Yeah, that was the Live Golf event a year ago when he did that. The 18-hole course, the first one at the Greenbrier Open in 1914. You're too modest, man. That was, what, 40 degrees and you're shooting 80? Meanwhile, Sears buries a triple and Ellis on the offensive glass for 2.
Not giving up on the play. Talked about that rebounding stat for this team. It's such an effort stat. Who wins that rebounding war tends to be the team that's just playing with a little bit more effort.
Sears, long 3. Oh, he knocked it in from Morgantown.
Back to this guy who coming in to this tournament have been absolutely outstanding. Averaged 21 points per game for UT Martin. All OVC. Finalist for the Lou Henson Award. National Player of the Year. So we know how good he is.
Tries again. Bullseye!
His presence on the defensive end of the floor has really been felt down the stretch of this game.
LSU nursing some clock now. They go inside to Reed. Backing down Williams. Up top, it's Sears for 3. Bullseye!
It's Johnson there. A little bit of a mismatch on the inside.
And you figure it gives you another shot maker offensively now, too. Off the screen, Sears, his 6th three-pointer today.
Knocks it down. This is, man, a lot of fun.
Incredible shooting late. Incredible clutch shooting from this guy. Sears turns the corner, puts it up and in with a foul. Has taken over in triple overtime. Ivy Curry, no. Rebound tip to Sears. LSU with an open floor, and Sears will flush it down.
On both ends of the floor.
Everything. We couldn't have enough graphics on all the different categories. He's a leader on the team in or among the national leaders in, but he is a special player. There's a reason why NBA scouts have been to a lot of practices. They're going to be to a lot of pit games this year. LSU, meanwhile, back within 5, trying to get within a possession. Chest hands off. Sears for 3. Rips the cords.
It's a good offensive possession for LSU as Austin rises up.
Here comes LSU. Down 7, trying to trim the deficit. And that's knocked away, but a goaltender's called.
It has been played in a very narrow range on both sides.
Kelly's only 2 of 6 from the floor. He comes in averaging 16 a game. See a nice drive getting on the.
Johnson with 2 to fire. Forces it over Reed. Comes up very short. It's a shot clock violation. Actually, they don't authenticate it, and LSU retains possession. 3-ball nestled in. Powerful move and patient by Tajay Kelly. 9 for Kelly. And Victor, you were delivering play-by-play pass. Johnson can't go baseline. Sears sticking right with him. Johnson pulls up. Rebound hits the floor off the front rim. Tigers come the other way with a 2-point lead. Look at that burst to the bucket and the lay-in by the Tigers had scored 8 straight points to take a 6-point lead. Rejection by Reed.
7 blocks now for LSU.
Sears, left hand, yes! He has been a...
Jerome will be the first to tell you that Cam Carter believed in us as a staff when a lot of kids didn't. He gave us all to that K-State jersey, now back playing for what was his dream team growing up, LSU.
Jordan Sears.
Pass. Just kind of turned blind. Oh, wow, what a big basket by Sears. 20 seconds to work with.
Sears. Kick to the corner. Bailey got a little push, but a 3 is on the way and good.
Big time shot.
Last year, but was able to practice with the team all season, which was a big deal, Jimmy, for his development.
Well, he is a specialist. And what he specializes in is when the ball's shot, he thinks it's his on either ends of the floor.
By the way, that last foul on K-State, there's 6, so LSU nearly in the bonus, and then there's Sears.
13 turnovers now for the Hornets. Or 14. I'm sorry, they just changed it. 14 apiece.
That goes in traffic. That's 17 for him. That's 35 in 2 games for him against LSU. We go back to a 6-point advantage for the visiting team. 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Bailey spinning. He cannot shake the defender. Knox. This for 3. Bingo! So they not only miss a free throw, they also miss after an offensive rebound. Reed misses, but an offensive rebound pulled off by LSU. It's Fountain. Good job by Derek Fountain. He is taking control.
Just hope that one goes in, because right now you're shooting 6%.
That's 1 for 17 if you're trying to do the math. 15 to shoot, 2:20 left in the game. Sears, who's had a big second half, is able to sling one. Nicely executed play by the Warhawks.
And one of their easier shots to get in the lane, because LSU's defense has been a problem all night long for that.
Three ball from straight away. Yes, actually a little rough. The backboard nicely. A 6'11", 250-pound junior. from Central African Republic.
And what a great opportunity he had to take part in the NBA's Basketball Without Borders. And he's also been part of the NBA Academy in Africa.
Once again, went completely dry, and LSU stepped on the accelerator.
Yeah. You mentioned it. It's hard to believe it was the score where it is now, but Warhawks had possession to take the lead. Missed a couple of opportunities, and then the Tigers went on a 26-4 run.
7 to shoot. 3 to shoot. And stumbling toward the rim.